The train's whistle blew. I was on board. My backpack sat on the seat beside me. It held everything. Or rather, almost nothing. A pair of jeans, 2 t-shirts, my laptop. I'd left the keys on the living room table. I closed the door. I didn't look back. Paris faded behind the window. The city lights became blurry dots, cold neon glows. No one knew where I was headed. Not even me, just 3 hours earlier. My bank account was screaming for cash. The overdraft limit was a joke, an absolute insult. So I ditched everything. That dead-end job. That ridiculously expensive apartment. This life that no longer felt like mine. I bought the first ticket to Lisbon. Just a one-way. My phone buzzed relentlessly. I pulled it from my pocket. The screen lit up. 27 missed calls. Inez. I knew what she'd say. That I was crazy. Irresponsible. That running away never solved anything. She was right, of course. But her logic couldn't compete with this hollow feeling in my stomach. This desperate need to vanish. A text from Sophia popped up. Clara? Are you okay? Inez is worried. I read it, but I didn't open the conversation. The scene receipt would be an admission. A point of contact with the world I was fleeing. The train picked up speed. I turned off mobile data. Then the Wi-Fi. I switched to airplane mode. Silence. At last. The Lisbon sun hit my face. It was soft. So different from the gray Parisian gloom. I walked aimlessly from the station. My bag weighed heavy on my shoulder. So did reality. I had enough money for a hostel. Maybe 3 nights. 4 if I only ate bread. That financial decision. That project that had sucked everything out of me. My business, my savings, my pride. It all went belly up. I sat on a bench in Praça do Comércio. The Tagus River glittered. Tourists laughed. I felt invisible. An empty shell washed ashore in an unknown city. I'd fled the shame. The pity in other people's eyes. Especially his. Adrian. He knew nothing. He would never know. It was better that way. I finally gave in. I turned on the Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, just to put my friends' minds at ease. Messages flooded in. A digital tsunami. I picked Inez's. The most to the point. Where are you? Lisbon. 3 dots blinked. Lisbon? Like, the city? For work? No. For nothing. I just dropped everything. Clara, that's a huge mistake. A colossal screw-up. Money can always be earned back. You're going to lose your apartment. It was already gone, Inez. I didn't say anything more. She didn't need the sordid details. The bankruptcy. The debts. She was practical. She'd see solutions. Me, I just saw a wall. The hostel was clean. Minimalist. Anonymous. Perfect. I spent the day looking for work. Anything. Waitress, dishwasher, tour guide for people with money. My resume was useless here. My Parisian degrees meant nothing. Evening fell. I sat on the bunk bed. The noise of the other travelers seemed distant. My phone lit up. A name I never wanted to see again. Adrian. Gone? One word. Not a question. An affirmation. He knew me too well. I felt my heart race. That old addiction. That mix of longing and panic. I didn't answer. To answer would be to exist for him again. And I couldn't. 2 days later, I had a job. A waitress at a tapas bar in Barro Alto. The owner, a man named Rui, didn't ask me any questions. He just needed someone. I just needed a paycheck. I was awful at it. I mixed up orders. I didn't understand half of what the customers were saying. But I survived. The physical exhaustion was a blessing. It numbed my mind. Tonight, a man settled at the counter. He ordered in French, with a slight, melodic accent. A glass of vinho verde, please. He had incredibly gentle eyes. A calm smile. He didn't look at me like a piece of meat, but like a person. It completely threw me off balance. His name was Mateo. He was Spanish-French. He'd lived here for 5 years. He came every night. He sat in the same spot. He ordered the same drink. We talked. About everything and nothing. About the rain in Paris, the sun in Lisbon. He didn't ask me questions about my past. He told me about his work as a photographer, his love for the city. His presence was simple, restful. There were no games, no hidden agendas. It was almost boring. It was wonderful. You look tired, Clara. I am. You should rest. He said it with such sincerity, without expecting anything in return. I didn't know how to react to that anymore. A week without news. A week of peace. I'd almost forgotten my other life. Then my phone vibrated. It was him. Adrian. A photo. Just a photo. The view from his balcony. Paris at night. Our view. No text. Nothing. Just that image. It was worse than anything. He was 10 years older than me. He'd always had that power. That way of pulling me back to him without a word. He knew exactly how to push my buttons. The shame of my bankruptcy resurfaced. He, on the other hand, succeeded at everything. His business, his life. Everything was impeccable. Cold. Perfect. Compared to him, I was a disaster. A kid who'd played grown-up games with money. I looked at the photo. I hated that man. I think I still wanted him. Matteo found me staring at my phone. My face must have been an open book. A ghost? I jumped. He guessed. Or maybe all women on the run had that look. Something like that. Paris? I nodded. I didn't have the strength to lie. It's complicated. It always is. He didn't pry. He ordered his drink. He changed the subject. He told me about an exhibition he'd seen. His gentleness hurt. It was a balm on a wound I didn't want to heal. Adrian was the knife. He was the pain that proved I was alive. Matteo was health. And that scared me. I feel good for 3 days. The exhaustion from work, the lighthearted chats with Matteo. A routine starts to settle in. I start to believe I can do it. That I can rebuild something. Anything. And then, the transfer comes through. The last payment from my old client. Peanuts. Enough to cover the hostel rent, but that's it. The financial reality catches up to me. I'm not on vacation. I'm on the run. And I'm on a very short leash. That evening, I'm irritable. I spill a drink on a customer. Matteo is there. He sees everything. Come on, he says after my shift. Let's go for a walk. I follow him. I shouldn't. But I'm too tired to say no. He takes me to a miraduro, a scenic viewpoint overlooking the city. Lisbon's lights spread out at our feet. It's magnificent. I should be moved. I just feel empty. It's about the money, isn't it? His question is direct. Gentle, but direct. I don't answer. I look at the city. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, he says. But I can tell you're struggling. Maybe I can help. Nobody can help. My voice is harsher than I intended. I'm not talking about money, Clara. I'm talking about talking. Just talking. His offer is so simple. So healthy. It's exactly what I don't want. I don't want to be saved. I just want to float along. I finally crack. I reply to Adrian. Nice view. That's it. Neutral. Distant. A lie. His reply comes 10 minutes later. It's empty without you. I close my eyes. He knows. He knows those words are like a drug. A perfect dose to pull me back in. I'm at the bar. Matteo is across from me. He smiles. I smile back, but my mind is in Paris. In that apartment with a view. In the arms of that man who destroys me with such elegance. My body is here, in Lisbon. Serving drinks. Making small talk. Surviving. But my heart, or what's left of it, is elsewhere. It's clinging to a toxic thread. Matteo suggests I visit his photo studio. It's in the Alfama district. I accept. I don't know why. Maybe to prove to myself that I can still have a normal conversation. A healthy interaction. His studio is bright. Filled with black and white prints. Portraits. Lisbon street scenes. It's full of life. Full of warmth. He shows me his photos. He talks to me about the light. About the decisive moment. There's a photo of me. Taken at the bar without me knowing. I'm laughing. A real laugh. I didn't even remember laughing. You're beautiful when you forget, he says softly. I feel my cheeks flush. It's simple. It's true. It's terrifying. Matteo's kindness wears me out. It's like a mirror. It reflects an image of myself I don't like. A fragile, lost woman. Adrian, on the other hand, doesn't see me that way. He sees me as a challenge. An object of desire. It's simpler. Less intimate. I go back to the hostel. I lie down on my bed. I stare at the ceiling. The cycle starts again. Hope, then the fall. The urge to break free, then the weight of reality. My phone vibrates. Adrian, again. A plane ticket to Paris. For this weekend. Say yes. It's an offer. A way out. An illusion. I know if I go, I won't come back. I'll dive back into the toxic comfort of his life. And I'll forget why I left. I don't reply to Adrian. Instead, I send a message to Mateo. Will you take me to see the ocean? The next day, we're in his old car, heading to Cascais. The wind, the salt, the sound of the waves. It clears your head. A little. We walk on the sand. We don't talk much. The silence between us is comfortable. He stops. He looks at me. You don't have to carry everything on your own, you know. I know. But I don't know any other way. Asking for help means admitting defeat. And I've already lost so much. He moves closer. He hesitates. Then he takes my hand. It's warm. It's simple. My body relaxes. My mind, though, is on high alert. He walks me back to the hostel. The street is quiet. In front of the door, there's that suspended moment. The moment where everything could change. Thanks for today, Mateo. You're welcome, Clara. He looks at me. His gaze is so clear. No games. Just a silent question. And I don't know what to say. So he's the one who leans in. Slowly. He places his hand on my cheek. His thumb caresses my skin. It's soft. Then he kisses me. It's a simple kiss. Tender. A kiss that asks for nothing. That just gives. I respond. My body responds. For the first time in months, I'm not thinking anymore. I'm just feeling. And that terrifies me. I'm in my bed. I touch my lips. I can still feel his kiss. It felt good. It felt real. It was everything I thought I didn't deserve anymore. So why do I feel so bad? Because it's too easy. Too simple. Life isn't like that. Love isn't like that. Love, for me, is Adrian's chaos. It's the waiting. The frustration. The desire that burns everything down. Mateo is a cozy fireplace. Adrian is a raging wildfire. I pick up my phone. I open my chat with Adrian. The plane ticket is still there. A silent promise. I know what I should do. Delete the chat. Block his number. Choose warmth. Choose peace. But I don't. The next day, a notification from my bank. Payment rejected. My last rent payment for Paris. It's the final blow. The confirmation that I've hit rock bottom. The shame is so strong it paralyzes me. I can't go to work. I can't face Mateo's gaze. His understanding look would be the worst insult. I stay cooped up inside. I don't answer anyone. The cycle is complete. Hope. A brief moment of calm. A brutal fall. This is the third time. This is it. I feel dirty. Unworthy of Mateo's kindness. Unworthy of anything, really. The only thing that feels logical is to give in to the darkness. To go back to the one who doesn't ask me to be better. Just to be his. That evening, I go out. I walk to the bar. I tell Roy I'm quitting. He shrugs. He's used to people just passing through. I don't wait for Mateo. I don't leave him a note. It's simpler to just disappear. It's my specialty. I go back to the hostel. I pack my bag. It's quick. There's hardly anything in it. I pick up my phone. I open the chat with Adrian. I look at the plane ticket. The flight is tomorrow morning. I type a reply. One single word. Okay. I hit send. There's no relief. No joy. Just a feeling of emptiness. Like jumping off a cliff knowing there's nothing below. Paris airport. The familiar scent of pollution and stress. Adrian is there. He's waiting for me. He doesn't smile. He just looks at me. He's even more handsome than I remember. The power, the money, the age suit him so well. In the car, he places his hand on my thigh. A possessive gesture. I shiver. His apartment is exactly the same. Cold, modern, impersonal. With that view that used to haunt me. He doesn't ask me any questions about Lisbon. About my escape. It's as if it never happened. He gently pushes me against the wall. His gaze is intense. I missed you. It's a lie. He missed me like a child misses a toy. But I want to believe it. His hands are on me. They know exactly where to go. What to do. There's no tenderness. There never was. There's an urgency. A hunger. A possession. It's the first time. The first time since my breakup, since my bankruptcy, since my escape. The first time I've let someone in. I should feel alive. I just feel used. Every caress is calculated. Every kiss is an assertion of his power over me. I close my eyes. I try not to think. I try to let my body take over. That's what it wants, right? The body, not the heart. But my body remembers Mateo's gentleness, the warmth of his hand, the simplicity of his kiss, and the comparison is unbearable. Then he gets up, heads for the shower. Not a word. I stay nestled in the silk sheets. They feel cold, just like him. I stare up at the ceiling of this massive room. I feel more alone here with him than I ever did in my old bunk bed back in Lisbon. The shame washes over me again, but it's a different kind this time. Not the shame of financial ruin, but the shame of myself, of giving in, of crawling back. He comes back from the bathroom, a towel cinched around his waist. Immediately, his eyes are on his phone. I have a meeting in an hour, he says. You can stay, of course. He doesn't even glance my way. I'm just furniture. An object used and then left discarded in a corner. While he's in the shower, I get dressed. In silence. Every move precise. Quick. I don't grab my bag. I leave everything. The little I had. Just my phone and my debit card. The one that's useless now. I slip out of the bedroom. Cross the massive living room. I don't dare look at the view. I open the door. Close it without a sound. I'm in the hallway. I rush towards the elevator. Hit the button. Wait. Each second stretches into an eternity. The doors slide open. I step inside. I'm alone. I breathe. Finally, I'm running. Again. It's the only thing I know how to do. I'm in a coffee shop near the train station. Nowhere to go. I ordered a coffee. Can't pay for it. I'll just bolt. What's one more petty theft, really? I check my phone. A message. It's Mateo. I hope you're doing okay. He must have heard I left. He doesn't ask questions. Doesn't accuse. Just worries. Tears well up in my eyes. I swallow them back down. I have a choice. I can stay here in Paris and sink. Or I can try the impossible. Go back to Lisbon. No money, no job, no pride. Just with the possibility of something simple. Something real. My heart or my body. Peace or war. I look at Mateo's message. Read it 10 times. 20 times. I hope you're doing okay. 3 words. That's all. But it's more than anything Adrian ever gave me. I start typing a reply. I'm sorry. No. I delete it. I made a mistake. Too cliché. Delete again. Finally, I type. Is the waitress job still open? It's lame. It's pragmatic. It's a way to avoid talking about us. To only talk about survival. My finger hovers over the send button. If I send it, I choose the light. If I don't, I stay in the shadows. I close the app. Didn't send anything. I look at the cold coffee in my cup. What am I going to do now? That's the end of the story.